What's up guys, welcome to day 2 and episode 2 of the Hilux drift build. We're right into it today. Right now we're in the middle of doing the dump pipe, so we've just tacked it on at the moment. We're trying to spend $0 or as little dollars as we can on this build. So we're reusing the old exhaust that came off the car and the flanges from it and some metal some pipe that I had lying around. So we're going to pull it off and weld it all together now. And that should hopefully be the last time the turbo comes off. Moses has been so kind to bring his gas MIG over, and it's amazing compared to the gasless MIG, so it's kind of a treat. Also I need to flip the core upside down for the oil send and oil return, and we'll start running them as well, so I'm so pumped. We just need to get the exhaust on so that we can run the car without annoying the neighbours. That's the one.
Let's get dosing.
Let's do this. Mad! Very simple because it's all very easily accessible. The easiest turbo setup to take apart ever. Done.
What do you got? How have we done this?
So we just got a pipe, we're welding it straight to the turbo, and we're going to block off the wastegate port as well.
I reckon weld her up.
Weld her up,
Let's
mate.
get it sorted. Sick!
So we've welded up all the dump pipe, she's done. Man, the gasless MIG is a lot of fun. So now I'm just rotating the housing so that the drain is actually pointing downwards.
Do you claim to be a welder?
Not even a little bit. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just bought this stuff and decided that I wanted to build things. It's so much easier being able to do it at your house than taking it to someone else and waiting, you know, days for something to be done.
You're the man, Steve.
Man, Steve!
So how does that oil feed connect up? Is it the oil return?
Yeah, that's the
Oil
return. So now we just literally have a pipe going from here straight down to the sump.
Sick.
We just drill and tap into the sump. It's one of the easier things to do in the build. And we have the send coming up into here. And that's it. So it's not, I would say that's, for this build, that's one of the easier things.
How do you find a oil send on a NA motor like this, Mike?
Generally we have the oil sender unit, so it's where the sensor goes. Sorry, the oil sensor goes to tell your engine, yep, I've got enough. Your car, yep, I've got enough oil. You can go drive now, so you don't see the check lights on your dash. So we just put a T-piece in there so that we can run an oil line off it whilst that sender still works. So it's pretty easy.
Basic.
We're basic bitches. That's what we do. So we're just chucking the send line on from the block. We've got a T-piece down here. If you can see at the end of my finger right here, nice little T-piece. So we're about to chuck some clamps on, just using some braided hose. Pretty chill.
For mad swag.
For mad swag, that's right. Do it up nice and twig like a twigger.
Get rid of some of the LPG stuff over here. There's still a little bit more to come out. Stage 1, weight saving.
Need for speed underground. Sweet, so that's that done on that side. Alright, so now we got to run it up to the turbo. Got a nice little banjo bolt fitting. Actually, do you want to chuck a weld here? So that it clamps over it?
Yeah, sick.
Sweet, we'll do that quickly. Rain, hail or shine.
Always cool that shit off.
Yep.
Smoking it.
Yeah. Done. Banjo bolt straight up to the top of the turbo. Fill it up. Cool. Now we need to run this around, see how long we need it to be, and then we need to chop.
It's not PG rated turbo builds. Right, we'll come back to this when Mike works out his clamp setup.
Alright, what's up team? Time for a quick update. So we have the oil send line. That's all done on the top of the turbo. Coming down, round to the oil send unit off the block. We've tested it. It did leak at the start, so we just tightened it up a bit. Now it doesn't leak. Now we need to do the oil return line. The dump pipe is complete, so we just welded it straight to the turbo here, flange down here, and then we're going to finish off the exhaust coming under and just coming out the side right here, the easiest, simplest route. And then we can start to kind of move on to getting the setup tuned and running and hopefully making some turbo noises without annoying the neighbours. Moses was kind enough to remove the air conditioning, so now there's just so much room in the engine bay now, which is crazy. By the end of today we should have somewhat of a working, spooling, turbo sounding setup. I'm loving how simple this is. As soon as you eliminate the intercooler piping, it makes it a lot easier of a job as well, because to fit an intercooler in here would be quite a big job, and to run all the piping would be quite big, but 7 psi straight into the motor, she's gonna love it. So I've just drilled and tapped the oil return into the sump. Very simple thing to do, just got this fitting from Supercheap Auto or any kind of auto store. It just has a thread on the one end and obviously that on the other end, and then just got a Christmas tree bit and sized up the exact point I needed to go to, which is just a bit smaller than the fitting, and just threaded in, obviously with some thread tape as well. Now really make sure that you kind of take your time drilling into the sump, because if you go obviously bigger than the actual thread itself, you're going to have a real bad time. So yeah, just take your time. Yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit of RTV gasket seal around the outside as well. Just make sure it's all secure and not going to leak any oil, and then go ahead and put some new oil in the Hilux. The oil that we've drained out of it was absolutely filthy, so good thing we've done this. Alright, sweet. So we've got an oil return line that's been donated from one of my old E36 M52 motors, so thank you to that. Just going to chuck it on, and then this is the last kind of thing we have to do for the turbo setup, and then we've got to do the exhaust. The best thing about this is it literally drops vertically straight down to the sump, so it's got that gravity feed going on. With your return lines, you always want to try and have them kind of dropping down. If they're straight or pointing upwards, you are going to back oil back up into your turbo and have lots of smoke. Definitely needs a clean under here. Degrees. This engine has like 300,000 kilometers on it.
Perfect for boost.
How many miles is that? I don't know.
Pop it on. Tidy.
That's the oil return done, mate. How simple is that? Alright, sweet. So we have oil return done, oil send done, and so I think we're pretty much ready. We're just gonna go get some lunch, grab a couple of things from Bunnings, and grab some new oil for the engine, because the oil that came out of it is just the grossest thing ever. So this engine needed a little bit of love, I think. Everything's looking super tidy, which is quite surprising considering where we've come from to now. So the last thing we need to do now is the exhaust. It's lunchtime now. We're going to take the girls out for lunch. Gotta treat them right, you know.
2 hours later.
Alright, we're back from lunch. Good to go. Fueled up. We also got some G-clamps so we can flip the leaves at the rear, and some nice new oil, because she definitely needs that. Moses has also removed all of the air conditioning, condenser and stuff in the front, so we've got more flow to the radiator, and we'll probably chuck a thermo fan on there at some point as well. Now it's time to put some oil in the car, finish the exhaust off, and then we can put the thing on the ground and see if she makes nice noises. If you guys like what I'm wearing, you guys can grab yourself some Drop the Anchor clothing. I wear it in all my videos. Search Drop the Anchor clothing on Google. Grab yourself some of their awesome clothes. They're super cheap. They ship worldwide. Awesome quality. They send me some cool stuff. I like to wear this while I work on my car, but I also have some stuff that I wear out. Rag clothing. Check them out. Good friends of mine. Woo! So at the moment we are cutting up the exhaust to make it work for us. Putting a muffler in it to keep it nice and quiet. Just using all the stock exhaust and reusing it. So at the moment we've got one piece tacked off down there. It's going to come down the bottom just up here. We'll keep coming around and then out the side here. It's a nice simple route. Time to fill the beast up with some quality oil. I've got the oil topped up. Moses just finishing the exhaust off. We'll bolt that up, start her up and see how she runs. Alright, the exhaust is all finished. Yeah boy, give me some skin, man.
Yeah, mate.
That is amazing. Shouldn't leak. Not the ideal size, probably a bit small, but hey. This is a free turbo build, we're not spending money, so all the money gets spent on that car down there. So the exhaust is all bolted up. And now we're just going to start it. See what it sounds like. Are we excited?
Pumped. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm pumped, eh? We're just fixing the rear end, and then we're going to take it for a wee drive, which is pretty cool. Oh, it looks so cool. What an accomplishment, eh? Yep, the max boost, 100%. Oh, it's a bit of Oh, dude! I want to kick the clutch, but I'm afraid, like.
Yeah, then we'll pop the rear now.
You hear that? Alright guys, we're going to wrap up the video there. These last couple of days have been a huge success. The car goes so much better than I thought it would, even though we haven't done the supporting fuel mods. It actually has boost, which is crazy, and it wants to skid, which is also awesome. That's the hard part done. Now we've got to sort out the rest of the things to get it to the track. Getting the cage in, getting the bucket seat in, and sorting out some kind of handbrake, but yeah, it's definitely got enough power to drift, and that's so cool. I still have to put a wastegate in it and put the new gaskets in it as well. Thanks so much to Moses for helping me out, dude.
Peace.
You're a legend, man. I appreciate
Yeah.
it, dude. See you guys next episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, @itsmike. Like, you know what to do. Woo!